Michael Bublé, a renowned Canadian crooner who is renowned for his velvety voice and timeless jazz-infused standards, became a coach on The Voice during the 23rd season of the show in the year 2023. This inclusion of the Canadian singer to the dynamic panel was much anticipated, and it marked a big difference in the show's typical combination of music, mentorship, and competition. Many people were looking forward to this change. Not only did Bublé bring his refined vocal talents with him, but he also brought with him a passion for teaching aspiring musicians. His presence brought with it a new and exhilarating spirit. Throughout the course of the season, he collaborated with seasoned coaches such as Blake Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, and Chance the Rapper. Bublé's unusual musical flair served as a compass for the participants as they navigated the ups and downs of the competition, and together they were responsible for shaping the artists' careers. However, what truly struck out was the extraordinarily talented individuals that made the decision to join his team. The musicians who gravitated toward Bublé displayed a wide range of genres, but they were all linked by their desire to learn from one of the greats. These singers ranged from pop sensations to seasoned vocalists. Michael Bublé's meteoric rise at the top of The Voice is crucial to grasp the reasons why Michael Bublé was such an outstanding addition to the voice coaching panel before digging into the singers who joined his new squad. When it comes to his singing career, Bublé is well known for his silky and refined vocals, as well as his extensive repertoire that includes jazz, swing, and modern pop music. As a result of his kind and approachable attitude, he was an obvious choice for a show that places a strong emphasis on genuineness and connection. Contenders had the opportunity to delve into his knowledge of both classical and modern music forms thanks to his participation as a coach. This was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for many contenders, since it allowed them to learn from a master. The ability of Bublé to connect with participants on a personal level not only supplemented his musical knowledge and experience, but also complemented his musical expertise. In a short amount of time, he became well known for his composed and uplifting manner, as well as his genuine interest in the success of each individual artist. But it wasn't simply Bublé's silky tone and friendly demeanor that made him an ideal coach. It was also his ability to bring out the best in each participant, assisting them in discovering their own distinctive voice while yet remaining true to their artistic flair. The Voice 2025. Who is on Team Michael Bublé? Barry Jean Fontenot. We should all turn around, voice coach Adam Levine declared at one point during Barry Jean Fontenot's blind audition. But in the end, only Bublé turned around during Fontenot's soulful performance of The Temptations' I Wish It Would Rain. But as voice host Carson Daly told Fontenot's family backstage, all it takes is one chair turn to make it on the show. All of the coaches praised Fontenot's vocal style. John Legend, who is particularly selective when it comes to picking singers for his team, told Fontenot he had an honesty to his voice. I think that's an important gift to have as a singer, but also as a storyteller, Legend said. I really liked your voice a lot, man, Levine added. You are one of those singers that could do less and get away with it. But for all of the praise, Fontenot ended up on Bublé's team by default, much to the delight of the second-time coach. I'm so happy that I turned, I'm so happy that they didn't, Buble said. There is something in that tone that I'm so in love with. I think I've got an incredible artist. Braxton Garza. Braxton Garza also ended up on Bublé's team by default, but not because Buble was the only one to turn his chair. Garza's performance of Warren Ziders' Pretty Little Poison caught the attention of both Buble and country star Kelsea Ballerini. But Buble used his block on Ballerini to prevent her from snagging Garza for her team. Ballerini said she's hopeful there will be an opportunity to steal the 28-year-old singer from Michigan later on in the competition. You have one foot in country, but it's bigger than that, Ballerini told the singer, explaining that she believes he has a vocal quality similar to Zach Bryan and Noah Kahan. I feel like your voice is so special and right in that pocket. Carlos Santiago. Carlos Santiago picked a big song for his blind audition. Richard Marx, after his performance, the singer, who is originally from Puerto Rico, had his pick between coaches Buble and Levine. As he spoke with the coaches, Santiago shared that he's been singing since he was 3, and that he is currently a voice instructor at Lipscomb University in Nashville, where Ballerini happened to study. After some deliberation, Santiago picked Buble to be his coach. "When I'm your coach, it's a full-time job for me." "It really is," Buble said. "It's a friendship, but my job is to get the best out of you." Divine was putting on a show well before any of the coaches turned around during his blind audition, dancing energetically across the stage as he performed James Brown's "I Got You, I Feel Good." By the time the performance came to a close, the 33-year-old singer from California had his pick between Ballerini and Buble, though he also received high praise from the other coaches. Legend called it a perfect performance, while Levine said the singer deserved to be on The Voice. Even though Ballerini told Divine she had goosebumps from his very first note, and praised him for being a great performer and singer, Divine ended up selecting Buble to be his coach. "Of course, it's ambitious when you sing a song from one of the greatest entertainers of all time," Buble said. "I think you're an entertainer, my friend." Jaden Cree is likely familiar to fans of The Voice. Her father, Brian Oleson, placed 3rd on season 25 of the show, going all the way to the final as a member of Legend's team. Legend didn't turn around for Cree, who sang Paramore's "Still Into You" for her audition, but he still complimented the performance. "That was such a cool vocal," the All of Me singer said. "I mean, your voice stands out, and it pierces through in a way that makes it grab people's attention." Levine, meanwhile, said he regretted not turning around for the singer from Lincoln, Nebraska, noting that her vocal style was reminiscent of female artists from the 90s pop era. "I feel like I missed out because I think you're going to really go far on this show," the Maroon 5 frontman said. "There's nobody like you." Ultimately, Cree, who hails from Lincoln, Nebraska, where she is part of an 80s cover band, had her pick between Ballerini and Buble. She ended up going with the coach, seeking back-to-back wins. "Jaden, I think you're a star," Buble said. "You have so much light pouring out of you." Ricardo Moreno. The Voice coaches believed Ricardo Moreno was such a good fit for Buble that they didn't bother turning around. The contestant, who performed Paul Anka's "Put Your Head on My Shoulder," was clearly interested in traditional pop standards, Buble's wheelhouse, and sang the second half of the song in Spanish. Buble's wife is from Argentina. But when Buble didn't turn around during the performance, Moreno's time on The Voice appeared to be over. After some reflection, Buble opted to use his replay button, a newer feature on The Voice that allows coaches to snag singers for their team even if they didn't turn around initially during the blind audition. Buble called the replay button a second chance for both contestants and coaches, and shared his excitement to have Moreno's distinct and different voice on his team moving forward. Michael Bublé's coaching method and its influence on the game. What made Bublé's coaching so remarkable was his ability to cultivate an atmosphere in which contenders felt both supported and challenged at the same time. The method that he took centered on fostering self-assurance and highlighting the significance of conveying stories through composition. The relationship that Buble had with each participant extended beyond the realm of vocal training. He took the time to comprehend their individual journeys and assisted them in incorporating their feelings into several musical styles. He was able to offer assistance that was specifically customized to each individual performer. The coaching that Buble provided assisted competitors in discovering their actual potential, whether it was through the improvement of their vocal technique, the exploration of new musical genres, or the establishment of a connection with the core of a song. Final thoughts. A wide variety of musical styles, cultural backgrounds, and vocal styles were represented among the singers who joined Michael Bublé's team on The Voice in the year 2023. One cannot overestimate the significance of Bublé's influence on their development as artists. The fact that he was able to combine jazz elegance with current appeal, in addition to his profound knowledge of the emotional link that exists between performer and song, made him a remarkable instructor. The artists who had the good fortune to collaborate with him will take the knowledge they gained during their time on his team with them throughout their careers, and they will continue to inspire audiences with their artistic abilities.